Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I am joining in today with a celebratory hop for the scrapbooking photographer, reaching 500 subscribers. Well done, Linda. She is amazing, and you need to go and check her out. All her details will be down below in the description box, along with the playlist for today's amazing hop. Congratulations is a great achievement of 500 subscribers. Very hard to do in our small little community here on YouTube, but well done. Today, Linda challenges us to do a self-portrait to celebrate her achievement, her milestone. And so that's what we are doing to add to her online Facebook group called the Layout Library, where the challenge for July is to do a selfie or a self-portrait. So today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're also capturing, I think, when I'm doing mine, a bit of our style, a bit of our like. And so I am just going to patch together my layout in a patchwork type use of papers and colour and design, because that's the kind of style that I like when I scrapbook. So I've used a lot of Vicky Burton papers, but I've also gone and grabbed a few other scraps of pieces of colour and papers that I have lying around to build up my base, as you can see here. So my picture that I'm including is a picture I took when I was in the city last year to go for a concert at the Opera House with the school recorder group. It's a reflection of myself. I love the city at night time. I love being in Sydney Harbour, being able to see the lights reflected off the water and capture the feel of the nightlife of the city. It just rejuvenates me. I love being provided with opportunities to do that throughout the year. So that's what my self-portrait's about, that need for self-care, that need for self-rejuvenation and choosing things that make you happy. And my layout is reflecting in that as well, in that I'm doing my patching together of colour, patching together of design, all the different patterns that I like to work with, and I'm just layering them up here to build this type of a Franken base so that it is like a patchwork on paper, really. So that's what I'm choosing to do with my layout today. So here you can see where I've just layered them down, and I'm inking up the edges with my black soot, and there are getting pieces of black ink everywhere, and that's okay because that's part of the design and the creative process. I'm just inking up the edges. I'm not using an ink sponge, I'm just using the little mini pad by itself, and that's allowing it to have that more detailed, more grunge feel to the layout, because I like a grungy layout. And the overlapping allows for the eye to be moving across the page. It also allows for more detail and interest to the layout. I've torn some here, as you can see, down the edges, because I like torn paper on a layout, and I'm just layering them on top of each other to give them depth and detail that draws you deeper into what is going on the page. Now, I have always said, and you'll see that through my layouts and on my videos down below, if you go and watch a few, that I really struggle with just a plain background, and this really does give me the chance to show how I love colour, how I love to layer up and use texture and dimension on a layout. So I'm just adding in pieces across the layout here, and I'm inking up the edges because I want it to stand up and be the same right across the layout. I'm adding in a bit more with the stripes here, just for that contrast to the pieces that already exist on the layout, and that's making that visual impact across the whole piece here. And I really do like the black as the what would you say, design feature for the inking around the edges, the distressing, and that too allows for that creativity. I'm also adding in some stamping now, and I'm using the circles to pick up the circles that are in the paper, but also to give that overall design effect going around the page, and circles are a favourite of mine. I do love circles on a layout, so this was another opportunity to show a bit of the portrait of my creative journey, my design, and what I like to see when I'm scrapping. I like how this is coming together. I'm also going to add in some stamping in the effect of a cross-hatching background, and that's to pick up the cross-hatching in that Vicky Burton paper there, but also to add some more depth and detail to the elements on the page so that the mixed media is bringing in that grungy feel across the layout, and that's what I like. That's my style. I do love working with lots of layers and lots of different features for the eye to take in. Now that I've done that, I can bring my photos onto the page, and you all know I like a 1-inch border around my pages, so I've got on ahead and pre-cut that with the black, because I use the black to match my photos to make them pop up off the page here, and you'll see that as we pull it together. I do love the colours in this layout. They aren't as bright as I normally use, but they do match the photos perfectly, and they allow the photos to be the feature on the page, which is really, really important. And as I said, Sydney Harbour is fantastic, and the city in the night time always gives me that vibe, that rejuvenation feel that I crave at least once a year, but I always look for more opportunities. You know, so far this year I've been in the city at the night time 4 times, and as the year progresses further, no doubt there will be many more opportunities, and in fact I have a repeat of this night coming very soon, so that will be great too, to be down there on the harbour again in the night time, picking up that city vibe and feeling that just a natural reboost of energy and creativity and enthusiasm for everything that is happening. I fussy cut these flowers out of a Vicky Burton piece of paper, and I'm using those as a feature on the layout. Now that's also another thing that I like to do, is I like to fussy cut the bigger elements out of pages, and sometimes the smaller ones, and use those on my layout. I like the black and white contrast because it's not overpowering to those photos. These photos are very muted to what I would normally have as well, but that's because of the nighttime factor, and I do like that those darker colours are being picked up and highlighted by the colours in the layout. Doodling is always a great addition to a layout, and I like to doodle on a layout, and if you watch my videos you'll see that I'll often doodle faux stitching and so forth onto my layout. So today I'm just adding to the florals by doodling some flowers in, some leaf and foliage, just so that there's that extra visual image and extra image interest, onto the layout across where I have my photos, without overpowering by having so many of those black and white flowers in there. And I do like how this is coming together, and I'm using those stems or foliage that you see there just to pop up that area of my layout. The next thing that I like to add onto my layout is the ink splatters, and that's part of who I am as a creator now. I like to just build my backgrounds with these little bit of extra mixed media things that everybody has been doing for a long, long time. I haven't, but I do enjoy when I use them, and I'm loving the fact that I can use these distress spritzes just to add so much colour to your layout and give it that little artistic flair. Being an educator that's been taken out of the classroom and put into an office role, these creative splatters, this creative medium that I work with now through my scrapbooking, allows that frustrated artist that I used to get away with in the classroom to have opportunities to come out and shine and play. So using some Dina Wakley gilt here to add the gold, and I'm just loving how this is just all coming together with that grungy feel. Now the only thing that I need to add in is some Nouveau drops to finish off with a visual triangle and my title. So I'm going to add in some stickers here, which are the colours of this layout, which works beautifully. And I'm going to put in my title across the bottom. And I do like to use a sticker every now and then, not often. I would most often go to my Cricut and cut from there, but today I have these stickers and I'm able to do the full word without worrying about not having enough letters and so forth. And the word I've chosen to emulate myself in my portrait is therapeutic, because my scrapbooking is therapeutic. It gets me through the stresses of life. It allows me to be creative and positive when things aren't so great, and it also hopefully inspires others to be creative. And as I said, my time in the city at night time is a rejuvenation. It's a therapeutic time. So I thought that that was a great title for this self-portrait layout. And as I said, I'm adding in my Nouveau drops here, and that's adding up my visual triangle so that the eye will naturally roam across my layout. Now, as I said, this is a celebration hop for Linda, the scrapbooking photographer. Please go and check out all of her great layouts on her channel, and if you aren't already subscribed to her or myself, please hit the subscription buttons. We really do appreciate each and every one of you that visits us and follows us. Give me a thumbs up if you think my layout represents myself or what you believe of me, and I really do appreciate that you've come along today to watch and see what I have created and help celebrate with Linda, the scrapbooking photographer. Don't forget, there is a full playlist link down below. I really do appreciate you coming. Happy scrapping until next time, and here's my next video for you. I'll see you over there real soon.